Manchester United 2, Huddersfield 0. We've won at Old Trafford in what the first half was very, very difficult to break down for Manchester United, but we've overcome that stubbornness from the side. They've defended very, very well that first half, and Manchester United couldn't break them down. But second half, we've broken down. Goals from Lukaku and a second hit from the penalty from Alexis Sanchez. Now, Manchester United have rotated the side today. Now, the forward line's pretty much been what it was. There was obviously no Anthony Martial, though, in attack. Scott McTominay, though, coming in to the two-man midfield, if you want to call it, for Paul Pogba. No Ander Herrera today. Wasn't even along the substitutes. So I don't know if he is injured. Michael Carrick was back along the substitutes bench. Marcus Rojo also was coming in place of Phil Jones, who wasn't even along the substitutes either, and Luke Shaw, which was great to see, was back in the starting lineup. So it does show that Jose Mourinho is more trusting in Luke Shaw now. But it was really hard to break them down the first half. Manchester United did have a lot of possession at one point, at about 83% possession. And we've had all the shots on goals today. Huddersfield have come here just for a point, and you can't really blame them. They're down the bottom, fighting for their lives, just above the drop zone, and would have been delighted with a 0-0, but it wasn't to be for them. Second half, Manchester United have peppered their goal from the first minute, really, and we finally got the breakthrough. Great cross from Juan Mata and put in by Romelu Lukaku. And from there on, I thought it was going to open up a bit more, and Alexis Sanchez was fouled so many times today. Jesus Christ, I don't know how many times, and we did actually get given a penalty in that second half where he was fouled. We should have had one in the first half. Blatant penalty on Scott McTominay. I don't know what the fuck the ref well, linesman even could have seen that, because that was blatant from anywhere. You could have seen that from the fucking moon. I mean, Jesus Christ, how is that not a penalty in my eyes? But it was great to see Scott McTominay get another run out. Okay, Paul Pogba wasn't starting today. Jose Mourinho did have words with him in that game against Spurs. And to be honest, if the players aren't doing what the manager wants them to do, then the players have got to take some responsibility. And just because he's a 90 or 89 million pound player, he shouldn't be granted a starting spot every single game if he's not doing everything that the manager wants of these players. At the end of the day, these players are getting away with murder in these games. They're getting paid huge amounts of money, and they should be doing the job what they're told to do, in my opinion. And if Jose Mourinho wasn't happy with him, he's taking him out the starting lineup. Phil Jones also coming out the starting lineup. There was questions over whether Matic should come out because he's carrying maybe a knock, not been performing at his best. And Lukaku wasn't great during the game against Tottenham either, but them two both started the game. I'm hoping Matic could get a rest in that FA Cup game coming up. But if Ander Herrera is injured as well, then we might have to revert to maybe Angel Gomez coming onto the bench for that game in the FA Cup, because we're going to start getting down to the bare bones in terms of midfield options soon, because that was my one point with the midfield three. We need that third midfielder. I thought it would be Ander Herrera, but he wasn't there today. It could be Michael Carrick, but he hasn't played a lot of football, see, so he was back on the substitutes bench. We'll probably get a run out in that game, but overall, you've got to be happy with that. I mean, it's great to see that David Hare getting really nothing to do. He's deserved these type of games where he's got nothing to do for the amount of service he's given Manchester United, the amount of saves with his feet, with his arms, that he's made over the last 3 or 4 years, that he can then have some of these games where Manchester United were utter dominant and should have probably been won by more today, but we didn't. We've taken our chances, which is the main thing, and won the game 2-0. So 2-0 and a clean sheet. Can't ask for much more than that. We roll on to Newcastle next weekend, so we get the week off this week, which is great to see. Hopefully some players like Matic can get a bit of a rest in the week, ready for that game away at Newcastle, because they're fighting for their lives as well, and just try and cement that place in second position. Hopefully the likes of Spurs and Liverpool, they can draw their game. Maybe Chelsea can slip up, and Manchester United could cement that place in the top 4 going into the cup games, which was all I wanted to do, so then we could rotate the side in the Premier League rather than trying to rotate it in the FA Cup. Anyway, make sure to like the video. It's pleasing to see it. Obviously Alexis Sanchez getting off the mark today. Was fouled so many times, trying to look to get involved. Great to see him get off the mark, get that monkey off his back, and Lukaku obviously getting himself a goal. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See you.